That's bad.
Alright, we're back to working on James Brown today, the Turbo LS RX-7, and we're just trying to get the turbo kit kind of knocked out real quick. Yesterday I made this little piece right there, turned out pretty decent. Ended up going with pie cuts because some of the bends were a little tighter than I could get with these mandrels. Those are the pieces that I initially started off using. I would have rather used those because this took forever to weld, my god. But yeah, got the turbo placed, it's going to be right there, that's where it's going to live. And then just a little fart right up into the intake. So yeah, now I'm just trying to get this other side at least tacked together today. And then, I don't know, I'll probably end up fully welding it at that point. But yeah, I need to get the V-band tacked on to this header. Realistically, once I get this hot side done, weld the wastegate into place, make the intake tube, it could be running in like a week and a half, 2 weeks. So that's kind of why we changed direction with it, just to get it done. Because I don't want to sit out a bunch of the racing season. And then the sooner this thing's just done and I can move it around, not have to worry about that, we can finish everything else. So now we just get to work and try to start knocking things out. Alright, just have the pipe tacked together and sitting in place. It's not tacked to the V-bands yet. I'd prefer it to be kind of up like this, but then it falls out of that other V-band. So, I think... What the heck? Alright then. Cool. So I think leaving it down like this is probably the way to go, and I'll wrap it once it's all welded up. But yeah, I'd prefer this to be up like that, but I don't quite think that'll... I don't know, maybe I could split the difference and lift it up just a little bit. Probably just use the MIG welder just to tack those in place, and then take it over to the bench and get it all welded up. And still got to figure out a spot for the wastegate, but for the most part, man, I think that's looking real good. I'm glad I was able to use basically some scrap pieces that I had laying around. So, sweet. Alright, got this piece all together, turned out pretty decent. Hopefully it didn't warp. I'm gonna go throw it on the car real quick. Got it on the car, fits amazing. You can see it clears the pulleys and everything for the belt. It clears the hose port for the expansion tank. I think if I turn this clamp around, the radiator hose that I did have made, it might clear. I might have to bring it straight up and then over, which isn't a big deal. So the only thing left now is to figure out where to put the wastegate. I think ideally in the gooch here, but I think the best I could do really with that is like a 90-degree angle. I think for the most part it'd be facing away from flow, so I think that'd be kind of shit. And I'm not gonna weld it to the turbine housing either. So if that be the case, I might. No, I can't do that, 'cause yeah, I'm gonna have to put it on that pipe. Alright, I know the camera probably won't pick it up. Got the V-band flange welded to the pipe, so I'm going to let that cool off and find the final placement for this thing, which I'm still thinking is going to be right in here. I just don't think that there's very many other good places to put it. I can't really put it on the bottom side of that pipe because that's where I want to run the turbo drain line, because the fitting for the pan's over here. It'll be nice and simple to run that. So I think I'm just gonna have it up here. That way it's easy to get to if I have to. It's easy to check the reference lines. I'll probably move the MAC valve from over there to over here so that the lines are nice and short. Get this marked off, cut a hole in it, try to clean up inside the pipe just to double check everything, because I know that one I didn't get super clean and I regret not taking more time on it. Yeah, and then the hot side's done. All right, it took a little bit, but we got the turbo kit done. Everything went together pretty nicely. I still need to make a dump for the wastegate just so it's not blowing hot exhaust on like the balancer and everything. But that's just gonna come out 90 down and then probably 90 back or something. I don't know. That'll be pretty simple though. I can honestly just get away with a 90 down. But it'll be pretty close to perpendicular to this pipe, which will be nice. It'll just look good. I think everything turned out pretty nice. I can still get my whole hand under here, so there's plenty of gap. Plus I think I might still wrap that pipe. And then for the Fiero, check that out. This just showed up. So the next video is probably going to be back to work on the Fiero. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and clicking that bell. I'll see you next time.